James Wiseman, lottery pick with no spot in the modern game. James Wiseman was supposed to anchor a dynasty. Now he's just fighting for minutes. James Wiseman was the number 2 pick in 2020, a 7-footer with mobility and touch. Golden State saw a future All-Star. But he played just 3 college games before entering the draft, and the inexperience showed. His rookie season was marred by injuries and bad reads. He struggled with spacing, switches, and tempo. The Warriors benched him during their title run. Traded to Detroit, he faded into the background. In a league that demands IQ and versatility, Wiseman's raw potential hasn't translated. He was supposed to be the next great center. He's now a cautionary tale of drafting upside over fit.
Ricky Rubio, Spain's phenom who never took over. Ricky Rubio was a teenage prodigy, but the NBA spotlight faded fast. Ricky Rubio turned pro at 14 and faced Team USA in the Olympics by 17. Drafted 5th overall in 2009, the hype was global. His passing vision was unreal, but his shooting never caught up. Injuries slowed him down. Though he had moments, triple-doubles, clutch performances, he never made an all-star team. He became a solid role player, not a star. Over 12 years, he averaged 11 points and 7 assists. Fans respected him, but the Prodigy label never fit. Rubio's career wasn't a disaster. It just never matched the myth built around his teenage years.
Emmanuel Mudiay, worldwide hype, no NBA identity. Disregaling. Angered. Mudiay skipped college to go pro, but the NBA left him behind anyway. Mudiay was a top prospect out of high school. He chose China over college, signing a $1 million deal at 18. Drafted 7th overall in 2015, Denver saw a physical point guard who could dominate, but he never found control. Turnovers, poor shooting, and low awareness defined his game. In 5 seasons, he averaged 11 points and 4 assists across 4 teams. He went from starter to bench warmer to unsigned. The overseas experiment gave him early money, but robbed him of development. Mudiay had the tools, but in the NBA, tools mean nothing without polish.
Dante Exum, Australia's D-Wade that never arrived.
Saying Exum was supposed to shock the league, but the only shock was how fast he vanished. Dante Exum was hyped as the next global superstar. Drafted 5th in 2014, Utah fans saw a tall, athletic guard with elite defensive potential, but injuries ruined everything. Torn ACL, shoulder surgeries, and endless setbacks. He played just 245 games across 6 seasons, averaging 5.7 points. His jumper never developed. His confidence disappeared. In Europe, he revived parts of his game, but the NBA door has stayed mostly shut. Exum wasn't a bust because he didn't try. He just couldn't stay healthy long enough to show what he had. Another promising path, lost in rehab rooms.
Jabari Parker, Crown Prince, cut by 26.
Mensajes, Bowd was called the most complete prospect since LeBron. By 26, he was out. Jabari Parker was the number 2 pick in 2014, right behind Andrew Wiggins. He had the polished scoring, NBA body, and poise of a franchise star. Milwaukee built around him, but 2 ACL tears derailed everything. Even when healthy, he struggled on defense. He once said, "They don't pay players to play defense." That quote stuck. He bounced between 5 teams in 5 years. By 2022, no one wanted him. He averaged 14.1 points in his career, but no impact when it mattered. Parker wasn't just unlucky, he was unfinished. The league crowned him too early. It stopped waiting just as fast. Adam Morrison, NCAA legend, NBA embarrassment. Armstrong cried after a college loss. His NBA career made everyone else cry too. Adam Morrison led the NCAA in scoring in 2006. He was fiery, emotional, and deadly from mid-range. Drafted 3rd overall by Charlotte, he was supposed to save the franchise, but the NBA was too fast, too physical. He shot just 37% his rookie year, then tore his ACL. When he returned, he lost his edge. He became a bench warmer, then an afterthought. 2 rings with the Lakers didn't erase the bust label. He barely played. Morrison retired with career averages of 7.5 points and 2.1 rebounds. He dominated college,
the pros destroyed him. Not every score scales. Anthony Bennett, number 1 pick, unplayable. Anthony Bennett wasn't just a bust. He was the worst top pick in NBA history. In 2013, Cleveland shocked the world by taking Anthony Bennett first overall. He wasn't even projected top 5. His rookie season was a disaster. He averaged 4.2 points on 35% shooting. Out of shape, lost on defense, and lacking confidence. Bennett never recovered. Traded, benched, waived. 4 teams in 4 seasons. Career average, 4.4 points. He was out of the league by 23. No injuries, no drama. Just a player who didn't belong. Bennett wasn't a bad pick. He was a franchise setback. The kind scouts still shake their heads over. Marvin Bagley III, drafted over Luka. Enough said. Marvin Bagley was taken before Luka. That sentence is still haunting Sacramento. Marvin Bagley III was drafted 2nd overall in 2018. Athletic, left-handed, 20 and 10 potential. But he was taken over Luka Doncic, and nothing he did could erase that. Injuries piled up early. His defense was poor. He clashed with coaches. His father tweeted at the team. Sacramento lost patience. Traded to Detroit, he showed flashes, but the dominance never came. In a league of positionless skill, Bagley looks stuck in the past. Through 5 seasons, he's averaged 12.8 points, but never shifted a game. The Luka comparison doomed him. The game passed him. The noise never left. Markelle Fultz, shoulder, hype, and a collapse. Season. Markelle Fultz forgot how to shoot. The number 1 pick became a mystery no one solved. In 2017, Markelle Fultz was the consensus top pick, a 3-level scorer with smooth mechanics, but shortly after entering the league, his jumper broke, literally. A shoulder injury, misdiagnosed or mismanaged, altered his shot entirely. Free throws hit the side of the backboard, his confidence vanished. The Sixers benched him, then traded him to Orlando. He rebuilt slowly, showing flashes of his old self, but the damage stuck. In 7 seasons, he's played just over 200 games. He still hasn't hit 100 career threes. Fultz didn't just bust, he unraveled in real time on national TV. Skal Labissière, from projected number 1 to forgotten. Skal Labissière was once mocked number 1 overall. He barely lasted 4 seasons. Coming out of high school, Skal Labissière was projected as a top pick. A 7-footer with a silky jumper and shot-blocking instincts. But at Kentucky, he looked overwhelmed, averaging just 6.6 points. His draft stock collapsed. Sacramento took him late in the first round in 2016. He showed flashes, 32 points in 1 game, but never developed consistency or strength. Coaches questioned his toughness. By 2020, he was out of the league. Skal had the look, the frame, the promise, but the NBA doesn't care about potential forever. He became another name in the long list of overhyped bigs who couldn't hang. Jahlil Okafor, postgame. No place in modern NBA. Jahlil Okafor was unstoppable in the paint. Then the NBA stopped using the paint. Jahlil Okafor dominated at Duke. He averaged 17.3 points and won a national title. Philly took him 3rd overall in 2015. His rookie season, 17.5 points. But the NBA was changing. Back to the basket bigs were fading. Okafor couldn't shoot threes, switch on defense, or space the floor. His foot speed exposed him. The Sixers benched him. He bounced to Brooklyn, New Orleans, Detroit, but nothing stuck. Despite the talent, he didn't fit the modern game. Okafor became a symbol of a dying police. Tony Roten, the process that processed out. Tony Roten coined "trust the process." Then the process left him behind. Tony Roten was flashy, left-handed, and fearless. Drafted 25th in 2012, he found a home in Philadelphia during their tanking years. In 2015, he averaged 16.9 points and looked like a future core piece. But he tore his ACL. Then came bad habits, turnovers, poor shooting, and off-court focus issues. Philly moved on.
he never played another NBA game. Roten is still known for one thing, being the first to say, "Trust the process." Ironically, that same process outgrew him. He helped start a movement and didn't survive long enough to see its results.